Jim Sando here from the Jim Show. Glad to have you on board. Today we're going to start talking about millennials. So let me get my screen turned on here and let's go. Why 70% of millennials won't be able to retire. Welcome to my show. Glad to have you on board. Hope you're enjoying the episodes I've had so far. I believe this will be episode number 11. Well, anyway, my aunt used to always say that years ago. Anyway, he's long gone. Well, anyone born between 1981 and 1996, the ages of 23 to 38 in 2019, happens to be considered to be a millennial. Well, what age do millennials want to retire? Wow, they don't seem like they're old enough to even be thinking about that, but well, let's look at this. Most millennials want to retire at age 50. Who doesn't want to retire at age 50? Well, I went past that, but how to afford this is a completely different matter. I mean, people want to retire, but how can they sometimes? Millennials are all grown up. It's time to start worrying about retirement. Well, anyway, we hope they are. This day and age, you just don't know. Are millennials worried about retirement? Millennials are struggling to afford the present right now. But, millennials, they're facing two really big problems as I see it. Number one, for some, has to be student debt payments. And number two has to be the rising rent for apartments or homes. They're off the chart. I mean, these kids today just coming up with saving enough money to get a down payment for a house, or if you're going to rent an apartment where you have to have like 3 months rent, and you've got student debt, and well, of course you got to have a vehicle. So I put down here, another outrageous cost is owning, or purchasing a dependable vehicle. Whether you lease it, you purchase it. So you've got big payments here. You got college debt payment, you got apartment or a home you're trying to pay for, and then you gotta get a car, $300, $400, $500, $600 a month. Wow, But anyway, just think about this. These kind of costs right up front, they're keeping millennials from saving adequately for any kind of comfortable retirement portfolio. And not every company is going to give you a great 401k or retirement program where you can contribute to it, even if you're maxing it out. Some of them will go 6%. I don't know, maybe there's a little more these days. But anyway, but no matter what the age, you need some disposable income to funnel into your retirement or just to have recreation, to maybe go see a movie, to have a great, happy, and balanced life. Everything's not just about always working. I know I talked in previous videos about, workaholics. But more than half, I found this number, 53% of the millennials worry they'll never be able to afford retirement. Thinking about that's going to make you depressed for sure. Might even make you like, here it is Sunday afternoon. I don't want to go to work tomorrow. I know exactly how that used to feel many years ago, and people still talk about it today, how upset they get on Sunday having to think about, well, I got to go to work on Monday. But baby boomers, I'm in the baby boomer generation. They're not the only generation focused on retirement. You got them, you got your millennials, you got your Gen X. I mean, it seems like every generation they're given a name to, But anyway, they all think about a day when they do not need to get up and head into work for the man. They always call him the man. Oh, I got to go do stuff with the man. The things that we say in life. But anyway, there you go. Check these people out. Millennials, the disruptive generation, once stereotyped as tech obsessed, entitled job hoppers, are all grown up and looking ahead to a future where nearly, these numbers are terrible, 4 in 10 won't have enough income by the time they reach age 70 to retire. Wow, what a terrible thing to think about. You know, after experiencing the pandemic, and it was a recession to speak of, and now looks like we're going to be going into a real full-fledged recession here very shortly. But anyway, and the extreme market swings that followed, roughly 3/4 or 76% of adults between the ages of 26 and 41 are concerned that a crash, talk about the stock market, could wipe out their savings and investments. You know, so what are they thinking about when they get older? You know, Social Security, you know, it was never intended to completely support people as they retire. It was like a safety net, you know, but it's there. It's going to, they say disappear by like 2035, but I don't really believe that. I think the government will come in and throw in, you know, I don't know what the number will be, 50 billion, 100 billion, and fund it, or they'll roll something around and create some kind of new retirement funding better than that for a lot of people. But anyway, we have failed all along the way as to training people about the 2 key items about life. Number 1 is about saving money for everyday needs in the short term. And I believe myself that you should have 6 to 12 months of your salary saved and put away for emergencies. Plus, saving for the long term, you know, retirement. Maybe you want to just work and save to buy a car or work to buy a house and not just jump into making those payments, but pay yourself, so to speak, and put money into a program so you can buy that. A lot of people don't want to do that. But anyway, like I say, society has failed, in my thinking, about people being self-sufficient. My wife and I, we try to be very self-sufficient. Well, anyway. But our forefathers had to be self-sufficient. They were all entrepreneurs in one form or another. I know my mom and dad were farmers, and they raised cattle, they raised pigs, and my dad's dad only went to the 4th grade, but he was a carpenter all of his life, an independent carpenter, and they would have had a very, very good life. But have you ever thought about what I just said about being self-sufficient, being an entrepreneur, not just working for the man? Hey, would you give the Jim Sando show a like, please? And please subscribe and hit the bell icon so you'll be notified when I create or release new videos. But anyway, let's go on. To retire at 65, millennials will need to save nearly half of their paycheck, according to experts. Half. How could you live on half your paycheck? That is just not going to happen. I know. I have 2 boys that are just a little older than that, and that's not happening with them. What can you do? But what can you do if you're in that age bracket, or any age bracket thinking about retirement? How much should a millennial save for retirement? Now, this report's crazy. According to the Welfare Financial Report, Gen Z and millennials should have $500,000 in retirement savings by the age of 25, $1 million by age 40, and $2 million by age 50, and $3 million by the age of 60. Did you win the lottery? Are these numbers for real? I mean, some of these think tanks, I just don't get them. What kind of a job would pay enough to save that kind of money? Do you have a job like that? I guess you don't, or you wouldn't be, well, probably, watching this video where my subject is, I can't afford to retire. To make enough money to live on and retire on will take some creative thinking for sure. If you are married, you will need to double the numbers previously mentioned. That was just for one person. But anyway, there has to be ways to save for retirement or even retire sooner than you think. It may be time to sit down and think about starting a side hustle where all the profit can be put into retirement or completely replace your current income situation. Wow. Retire early, doing something different. Side hustles are way easier today than when just a few years ago, the only way to make extra money was to work 2 jobs, or some people worked several part-time jobs just to survive. I know in this small little town, the community we live in, a lot of people are working 2, 3 jobs, and there's a lot of single parents here too. But anyway, side hustles, they have come a long way. They're much easier, and they're by simply using the internet and a computer or laptop or a smartphone, you can do so much with that and creating some kind of a side hustle. The cameras and the audio on the new smartphone make it easier to do so with many kind of people recording this and recording that. It's just a brand new time, a new era in the world. Plus there's all kinds of platforms for hosting and selling anything with photos and videos. Some people are selling items on eBay, Shopify, Etsy, Amazon, Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, and there's all kinds of other apps out there where you can sell merchandise, sell your I don't care what you got in the closet, you can put it on some platform and probably somebody will come along and buy it pretty quickly. But this is just one avenue to check out. But you need to go out and find items to sell and ship if you're going to do this too. Pretty soon you run out of stuff to sell on eBay or whatever platform you use. But this is perfect for some people, but very time consuming, and you may have to, like I say, go out and maybe you go to Walmart. Maybe you'll buy brand new products and sell them on eBay or sell them on Amazon. But it still takes time, and you have to leave your home. It takes gas money, and it does, like I say, take time. But my favorite way is creating digital items to sell. You can create an ebook and sell it over and over and over. And you can create and sell digital courses. This is my favorite. I had a friend who had created a digital library of over 1,200 ebooks. Anyway, now he's passed, but was selling over 300 ebooks a day at $2.99 each, and he did it all himself with a laptop and an email address plus PayPal. He had a website where he posted ebooks. He would create bundles. People would order a bundle off of that, and he would get notification. He had those ebooks on his computer. Then he would simply email those ebooks to those people and got his money through PayPal. And you do the math. 7 days a week, that's a lot of money. just for creating ebooks. Anyway, just before COVID hit, he created his first digital course. Before, like I say, he just did ebooks. They were very short books. But he created a course. And it was one with no cost involved. Everything he did was free software and a free hosting online. So everything was 100% profit. Then, like I say, COVID hit and things changed. He was selling even more of those courses. People were going crazy. The time of online learning is starting to explode, and the numbers are just off the chart. Individuals that are creating course after course after course and selling those things for any price you can think of. But anyway, if you want to know about this way of creating ebooks, just please leave a comment below. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next episode.